I mean, you guys had to see this episode coming. When a fighter defeats an all-time great, we have to do a video on it. We have to do what makes this person so great. Today, we are covering Ilia Topuria. His vicious knockout of Volkanovski is just, it blew my mind. So today, let's touch on 5 things that make Topuria so good. I am so excited to let everybody know that registration for my ultimate guide to defense for striking sports is now available. You can get signed up on March 25th. The course is launching, but right now we have early bird pricing, so you can save some money. This is gonna cover so many aspects of defense. It's gonna teach you how you can train by yourself. It's gonna show you drills you can do with partners. It's gonna show you the most common errors that people make. The list just goes on and on. We have 5 chapters, each chapter containing something like 5 to 8 videos. We're gonna have pre-recorded videos. We're gonna have live calls 3 times through the duration of this 5-week course, which will be evergreen, so you can keep coming back to it after the fact and take the information that you learned, rewatch it, learn even more, rewatch it again, take in some more, because there is going to be so much for you to learn. Link in the description below. Get signed up now, support the course, support the channel, and learn so much about defense. It has been a moment since I've done one of these videos for this series, but I mean, we had to cover it. If you did not watch UFC 298, you've definitely heard how good Topuria was against Volkanovski, and I went back and watched it before making this episode, and it's just stuff I didn't notice that he did in the fight is now just showing how amazing he is. And what are we trying to get from the videos in this series? We're not just saying, oh, these guys are so good, that's fantastic, and leave it there. No, each point that I make today, I'm gonna try and give you something so that you can add it to your training and be a little bit more like these fighters, in this case Topuria. Number 1, the overhand. He's knocked out numerous people with it, but to land on Volkanovski and put him down, obviously we have to touch on this. When we watch Topuria throw the overhand, the big thing which I noticed as soon as I watched him, and I already started making adjustments on my overhand and testing out to see if I can increase the power by throwing like him. The very first thing that I note is his shoulders lead. So it's not me trying to go, okay, arm, but my body happens to turn with it. He legitimately twists, and as he twists, then at the end, the arm comes into play. So it's a relatively short punch, because if I start here, and then at the end, I put into play the arm motion, you don't have a lot of time to draw the arm back and have the arm doing this big, wild, wide punch. And I absolutely love it, because he's keeping his head protected for even longer, as opposed to, okay, here comes the punch, where you have this big disconnect between the hand and the head, and you're open for a counter. It would have to be a very good counter. It would have to be very fast, most likely a left hook that beats you to actually landing. But still, the way he does it, and he twists, and just at the end, he manages to get that power and drop it. And that's another part. He gets that drop and follow through. Boom. He doesn't hit the target and pull out. It's through, but he doesn't go too far through. He's not winging it and looking off balance. He hits, he comes through, drops his energy down, and then gets right back to there. Oh, it's a nice punch. And obviously this dude naturally hits hard, but with that added technique, the way he's doing it, I think that's one of the reasons why that punch is just so devastating. The next thing that I really like that Topuria does, mostly because it's something people ask me about all the time, is how he stays with his opponent and he almost tracks them. So many people have nice footwork, right? They can move, boom, 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 boom. But what he does is his opponent tries to move side to side, he just stays with them. He throws a couple punches, they're like, okay, I'm going to escape. And he goes, no, no, and he just stays chest to chest. And if you are the person attacking, You're the person trying to land that big overhand. A lot of times it's you putting the pressure on. And when you're doing that, if you go too much forwards or you let the person get off to the side, they have that easy escape route. But when he tracks them, he keeps their back to the octagon. He did that very well against Volkanovski. In addition, with his awesome footwork, he has the ability to throw shots while moving forward and then track as the person tries to escape. And we saw that a little bit in this fight. He'll throw some shots. Volkanovski tries to take the angle, no, and then boom, and he lands that big shot after. The footwork is so nice. His ability to tie it into the punches is just so balanced. And if you're wanting to train this at home, really the best thing that I can advise is imagine there's an opponent in front of you and you're out of range, you move in range, boom, boom, boom. Imagine they try to run and just stay with them. Get that side to side motion. And you just imagine, okay, I'm tracking the person. Oh, they stop, boom, boom, boom. They're moving and I track. And footwork. If I have my feet like this and I go to move sideways, it feels kind of clunky. So as you move sideways, you just narrow your stance a little bit. And then on the last step, you get back to the proper length that you want. So I'm in my proper stance. And then just at the end, you can see I readjust. Just a little shuffle from narrow to, oh, back to here. Easy, easy adjustment. Now it could just be because my mind is on defense because I just launched my course, my Strike Ready Ultimate Guide to Defense for Striking Sports. It's out there, so maybe that's one of the reasons that when I watched Topuria, I went, whoo, that is some good defense. And it's something that I want to touch on for point number 3. The first thing that I really like is how he just keeps everything fairly neutral, right? He doesn't have to get fancy, he's not doing anything, he just fights from here. But when he does get into the fray and he throws a shot and then somebody throws back and he does something, or he does a little block in between, boom, and just a little block, he's so focused. He's so locked in. He's not using extra energy. He's not getting panicked. He's just, okay, I throw a shot, I block a shot, I throw back, create the distance. Somebody throws at him, it's just kind of boom, boom, boom. And he doesn't really do too much extra energy. And that's something on defense, which is great. Minimize your energy output because we talk about 100% or 80, 90% output when you throw shots if you're trying to hurt somebody. And then on defense, if you're going, oh, 80, 90% output, it's going to be exhausting. He helps his cardio by having that minimal output on defense. In addition, when you see him deal with big overhands coming his way, he's so good at just tipping back and just rolling that head. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. If you're wanting to work your defense, obviously you can sign up for my course. That'll help a lot. But right now, if you're waiting until March 25th when it opens up, I just want you to start on the idea that everything is relaxed. Don't tense and have big motions. Think, okay, jab, cross, hook. This is all it should look like if somebody throws a jab, cross, hook at me. And your eyes should be locked. Zero emotion. No motion in the face, just like Topuria. You stand your ground. You can try some little rolls, little turn, little mini motions. The other guy's doing the work. They're putting in 100% effort trying to knock you out. You're just keeping things chill. He does it so well. Next up, I think one of his top 5 offensive moves is very simply the jab. He just sticks it in. One of the ways that when Josh Emmett, was attacking him, Topuria would just let him come in, go on the attack, take a little step back and boom, and just tag him right in the face. But he was also using it offensively. Nothing fancy with this. Just hands up, boom, tag him. They talk about the jab being one of the most important punches in boxing, and I think he helps demonstrate it can be one of the most important strikes as well in MMA. It lights up people. He was hitting Josh. He can follow up with other powerful shots behind like that overhand. Go back to the basics. That's what you need to do sometimes. You don't need to be fancy. You don't have to look at, oh, okay, there's all these massive crazy things that I have to do when I throw the jab. Hand to the head, straight to the target, straight back, a little bit of a head dip if you want, if the person has longer arms. the jab is gonna always be something which can help you win fights. The last thing which I noted which makes Topuria so good is his calm in the octagon. It doesn't matter if it's in the defensive moments, as we already talked about, or if it's in his offensive moments, especially once he's gone like boom, 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 he takes a split second and then he goes on the attack again. He is very focused and his energy is very still. He doesn't need to be one of those people who looks like, I'm getting all ramped up. And I think it serves him very well. And this is something that many people, even when you're sparring, can learn from. I've been at the gym, I've tagged guys, thrown people, done all sorts of things where I see people just lose their cool. And I feel like when we watch Topuria, we see what it should look like emotionally. He gets tagged, he doesn't get overwhelmed, he doesn't get flustered, he doesn't like make a big thing out of it. He takes a little shot, boom, and he just right back in there. He lands some shots, lands something big. He's not going, oh yeah, look what I did. He's just calm. Focused, robotic is probably one of the best words. And when I watch him, I go, it works. Works very well for him. I think it would serve many other people to be more like him when they compete or when they spar. So there are 5 things that make Topuria so good. I think he's gonna be trouble for many people at the featherweight class. It'll be interesting to see if he can hold this belt through 2024. He has some stiff competition, obviously. Guy I think ranked at number 4 who has some crazy grappling skills. There's going to be a lot of people chomping at the bit, but Topuria is definitely high level. And like I said, it was worthwhile to make an episode on him. Remember that this series is not just a single episode. Today we have something like 28, 29 episodes already covering Bukaw, Petrosian, Canelo. The list just goes on and on. So be sure to check out that playlist. I'll throw it right up there. Thank you for watching today, guys. As always, train hard, and I will see you back here soon for another video.